You're trying so hard to control everything that nothing is working. You're chasing success so desperately that it keeps running away. You're gripping life so tightly that it's slipping through your fingers. And the harder you try, the worse it gets. Pause. 3 seconds. What if I told you that everything you want is waiting for you to stop chasing it? The ancient formula. Welcome to Stoic mentality. Today, I'm revealing the 4-word formula that built empires, created fortunes, and achieved the impossible. Focus, work, release, trust. These aren't feel-good affirmations or manifestation nonsense. This is the exact methodology Marcus Aurelius used to manage an empire while finding inner peace. That Seneca employed to build massive wealth while maintaining wisdom. That Epictetus discovered to find freedom even in slavery. You're about to learn why everything you've been taught about success is backwards. Why the more you chase, the less you catch. Why the tighter you hold, the more you lose. Why forcing creates resistance, but flowing creates results. This is the paradox that 99% of people never understand, and it's why they stay stuck despite working themselves to death. Here's what's actually happening. You're so focused on outcomes that you're sabotaging the process. You're so obsessed with destination that you're ruining the journey. You're so desperate for results that you're destroying the very actions that create them. You've become your own worst enemy, and you don't even realize it. But the Stoics cracked the code 2,000 years ago. They discovered that life responds to a specific sequence. First, you focus on what you control, yourself. Second, you work with excellence regardless of outcome. Third, you release attachment to results. Fourth, you trust the process. When you follow this sequence, something magical happens. The universe conspires to deliver what you stopped desperately seeking. Before we dive into the first principle, and this alone will revolutionize how you approach every goal. If you're tired of working hard and getting nowhere, exhausted from chasing success that keeps eluding you, ready to finally understand why less force creates more results, hit that subscribe button right now. Stoic Mentality publishes transformational content every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. This isn't motivation, it's mental revolution. Principle 1, focus on yourself. Here's where 99% of people are bleeding energy. You're focused on everyone except yourself. You're watching what others are achieving, comparing your chapter 3 to their chapter 30, obsessing over their opinions, trying to control their perceptions. You're playing defense in everyone else's game instead of offense in your own. Marcus Aurelius, literally the most powerful man in the world, wrote, "Confine yourself to the present." But he went deeper. How much trouble he avoids who does not look to see what his neighbor says or does. The Emperor of Rome is telling you to mind your own business. Not from rudeness, but from wisdom. Every moment you spend focused on others is a moment stolen from your own development. Every ounce of energy you waste comparing is energy unavailable for creating. Every thought you dedicate to their journey is a thought not invested in yours. You're bankrupting yourself paying attention to everyone else's account. Here's the focus protocol that changes everything. The morning alignment, 5 minutes. Before you check anyone else's life, no social media, no news, no messages, align with your own. Ask, what is my work today? What is my growth edge? What is my next step? Not what others are doing, not what's trending, not what's expected, what's yours. The comparison elimination, ongoing. Every time you catch yourself comparing, stop and redirect. That's their journey, what's mine? That's their timing, what's mine? That's their path, what's mine? You're not in competition with anyone except who you were yesterday. The energy audit evening. Before bed, review where your mental energy went. How much went to worrying about others' opinions? How much to comparing? How much to trying to control their perceptions? Now imagine having all that energy available for your own growth. That's what focusing on yourself provides. When I stopped focusing on competitors and started focusing on my craft, my business exploded. When I stopped worrying about others' success and started cultivating my own, success found me. When I stopped trying to impress everyone and started impressing myself, everyone became impressed. The Stoics called this prosos, continuous attention to the present moment and to oneself. It's not selfishness, it's self-possession. You can't give what you don't have. You can't lead where you haven't gone. You can't inspire what you don't embody. But here's the key. Focusing on yourself doesn't mean isolation or narcissism. It means taking radical responsibility for your own development, your own choices, your own energy. It means becoming so focused on your own growth that you don't have time for comparison, jealousy, or resentment. Watch what happens when you truly focus on yourself. Your anxiety drops because you're not trying to control others. Your productivity soars because your energy isn't scattered. Your authenticity emerges because you're not performing. Your magnetism increases because self-focus creates self-confidence. But focusing on yourself is just the foundation. The second principle is where most people fail completely. They don't understand the true nature of work. What I'm about to reveal will change how you approach every task forever. Principle 2, work, the excellence paradox. You think work is about results? Wrong. You think effort is about outcome? Wrong. You think action is for achievement? Wrong. This fundamental misunderstanding is why you're exhausted but unsuccessful, busy but not productive, active but not advancing. The Stoics understood something profound. Work is worship. Not worship of a deity, but worship of excellence itself. When you work, you're not trying to get somewhere. You're expressing who you are. When you act with excellence, you're not chasing success. You're embodying it, Epictetus taught. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Apply this to work. It's not what results from your work, but how you work that matters. The quality of your action, not the quantity of your achievement. The excellence of your effort, not the outcome of your endeavor. Here's the work protocol that transforms everything. The craftsman. Mindset approach. Every task as a craftsman approaches their craft. Not asking, what will I get from this? But how can I excel at this? A craftsman doesn't rush to finish. They lose themselves in the process. They don't cut corners to save time. They seek perfection for its own sake. Marcus Aurelius, while leading military campaigns, wrote, "In the morning when thou risest unwillingly, let this thought be present. I am rising to the work of a human being, not to achieve, not to succeed, not to win, to work." The work itself is the point. The excellence standard set, your standard at excellence regardless of recognition. Do your best work when no one's watching. Polish the parts no one will see. Perfect the details no one will notice. Why? Because excellence isn't about them. It's about you. It's about who you become through the pursuit of perfection. I write every article as if it's going to be read by millions or no one. The audience size doesn't determine my effort level. I create every video with full intensity, whether it gets 100 views or 1 million. Why? Because the work is my practice, my meditation, my becoming, the process. Worship, fall in love with the process, not the outcome. The daily writing, not the bestseller. The daily training, not the competition. The daily practice, not the performance. When you worship the process, outcomes become irrelevant bonuses, not desperate needs. Seneca, one of Rome's wealthiest men, wrote, "Every new thing excites the mind, but a mind that seeks truth turns from the new and seeks the old. The old is the timeless process of excellence. The new is the shiny outcome that excites but doesn't satisfy." Here's what happens when you work this way. You become unstoppable. Not because you always succeed, but because success is no longer the point. You've already won by working with excellence. You've already achieved by acting with integrity. You've already succeeded by showing up fully. But there's a deeper secret. When you work without attachment to outcome, outcomes paradoxically improve. When you stop trying to succeed and start trying to excel, success becomes a natural byproduct. When you focus on the quality of your work rather than the rewards of your work, the rewards multiply. The universe responds to excellence. Not because of some mystical law, but because excellence is rare. In a world of shortcuts and minimum effort, someone committed to excellence stands out without trying. Opportunities find them, success seeks them, abundance flows to them. But here's the warning: this only works if it's genuine. You can't fake excellence hoping for success. You can't pretend process focus while secretly obsessing over outcomes. The universe knows. Your work reveals your true intention. Now here's where it gets really counterintuitive. After focusing on yourself and working with excellence, you must do something that feels completely wrong. You must let go. The third principle will challenge everything you believe about achievement. Principle 3. Release, the art of letting go. After you've focused intensely and worked excellently, your instinct is to grip tighter, push harder, force results. This is exactly where you fail. Because the universe has a secret, it only delivers to open hands, not clenched fists. The Stoics called this amor fati, love of fate. Not passive resignation, but active release. You do your absolute best, then you let go completely. You plant the seeds with care, then you stop digging them up to check if they're growing. You shoot the arrow with perfect form, then you release it to find its target. Marcus Aurelius understood this deeply. While managing plagues, wars, and rebellions, he wrote, "Accept the things to which fate binds you, and love the people with whom fate brings you together, but do so with all your heart." Notice, accept and love, not control and force. Here's why release is so powerful. When you're attached to outcome, you create resistance. Your desperation generates a repelling force. Your neediness broadcasts lack. Your grasping creates contraction. But when you release, you create space for receiving. Your detachment generates an attracting force. Your contentment broadcasts abundance. Your letting go creates expansion. The release protocol, the daily surrender every evening after you've done your work. Practice this. I've done my best. The results are not mine to control. I release all attachment to outcome. I trust the process to deliver what's meant for me. This isn't giving up, it's giving over. You're transferring control from your limited ego to unlimited reality. The outcome: detachment. When you complete any project, send any proposal, finish any task, immediately detach. Don't refresh your email obsessively. Don't check for responses constantly. Don't measure results immediately. Do the work, release it to the world, move to the next work. The results will come when they come. The preference practice. Transform every need into a preference. I prefer this outcome, but I don't need it. I prefer success, but I'm complete without it. I prefer recognition, but I'm whole without it. When you prefer but don't need, you're free to receive without desperation. I learned this the hard way. I spent years death-gripping my goals, white-knuckling my dreams, strangling my desires with desperation. Nothing worked. The harder I pushed, the more resistance I met. The tighter I held, the more slipped away. Then I discovered release. I started doing my best work, then letting go completely. Writing without checking metrics, creating without monitoring response, building without obsessing over growth. The paradox? Everything I'd been desperately chasing started flowing to me effortlessly. Seneca experienced this pattern repeatedly. He wrote, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality. Our attachment to outcome creates suffering before outcome even arrives." We pre-suffer failure. We pre-stress about success. We pre-worry about results. Release ends this suffering. But here's the advanced understanding. Release doesn't mean indifference. You can care deeply about your work while being detached from its results. You can be passionate about your purpose while being peaceful about outcomes. You can be committed to excellence while being content with whatever comes. The secret is timing. During the work, you're fully engaged, completely present, totally committed. After the work, you're fully released, completely detached, totally at peace. It's like breathing. You inhale fully, work, then exhale completely, release. Try to only inhale and you suffocate. Try to only exhale and you die. The rhythm of effort and release is the rhythm of life itself. But here's where most people get stuck. They can focus, work, and even release, but they can't do the fourth principle. Without this final element, the formula fails. What I'm about to share requires more courage than all the others combined. Principle 4, trust, the ultimate surrender. Trust is the hardest principle because it requires surrendering the illusion of control. After you've focused on yourself, worked with excellence and released attachment, you must trust that the universe is working for you, not against you. This isn't blind faith, it's strategic wisdom. The Stoics believed in pronoia, the opposite of paranoia. While paranoia believes everything is working against you, pronoia believes everything is working for you. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "What stands in the way becomes the way." Even obstacles are secretly opportunities. Even failures are hidden blessings. Even losses are disguised gains. But modern minds resist this. You've been taught to trust nothing, control everything, force outcomes. You've been programmed to believe that without your constant intervention, everything falls apart. This exhausting vigilance is killing your peace and blocking your success. The trust protocol, the universal partnership start, seeing the universe as your partner, not your opponent. When things don't go as planned, ask, how is this serving me? What is this teaching me? Where is this leading me? Trust that detours are shortcuts you don't understand yet. 3 years ago, I lost my biggest client, devastation, panic, fear, but I practiced trust. This is happening for me, not to me. That loss forced me to diversify, innovate, evolve. Today, I earn 10x what that client paid. The loss was a gift wrapped in pain. The timing, trust, divine timing over your timeline. What you think should happen now might need to happen later. What you want today might destroy you if you got it today. The universe isn't denying you, it's preparing you. It's not rejecting your request, it's perfecting your readiness. Seneca wrote extensively about this. What is destined will happen regardless of our anxiety about it. Your worry doesn't speed delivery. Your stress doesn't improve timing. Your panic doesn't help providence. Trust allows you to peace while the universe orchestrates. The wisdom, trust that the universe has intelligence beyond your understanding. Like a child can't comprehend why parents make certain decisions, you can't comprehend why life unfolds certain ways. But retrospectively, it always makes sense. Every successful person can trace their success through their failures. Here's the radical truth. When you truly trust, you tap into a power beyond yourself. Call it God, universe, nature, logos. The Stoics called it the rational order of the cosmos. There's an intelligence organizing events that your limited perspective can't perceive. Epictetus, a slave who became a great philosopher, embodied ultimate trust. He didn't trust that life would be easy. He trusted that difficulties would make him stronger. He didn't trust that he'd get what he wanted. He trusted that he'd get what he needed. He didn't trust in comfort. He trusted in growth. The paradox of trust. The more you trust, the more trustworthy life becomes. When you trust the process accelerates. When you trust timing, timing improves. When you trust the universe responds. Not because of magical thinking, but because trust eliminates the resistance that blocks flow. But here's what trust really means. You do your absolute best, then you peace out. You give everything to the process, then you give the process to the universe. You control what you can, then you trust what you can't. This isn't passivity, it's strategic activity followed by strategic release. Now I'm going to show you how these 4 principles work together to create what I call the manifestation without desperation. This is where everything changes. The integration. When magic happens, when you combine all 4 principles in sequence, you create an unstoppable force. Focus channels your energy. Work expresses your excellence. Release creates space. Trust allows receiving. Together, they form a complete circuit that attracts everything you've stopped desperately chasing. Here's how it works in practice. Monday morning, you wake up focused on yourself, not checking what everyone else is doing. You identify your most important work for the day. You're not scattered across everyone else's priorities. You're laser-focused on your own. Monday afternoon, you work with absolute excellence on that focused priority. Not for the outcome, but for the craft itself. You lose yourself in the quality of your work. You forget about results because you're so absorbed in the process. Monday evening, you release the day's work completely. You don't obsess over responses, metrics, or feedback. You did your best and now you let go. You trust that your excellence will create its own results in its own timing. Monday night, you sleep in perfect trust that the universe is working while you rest. You don't lie awake worrying, planning, or forcing. You trust that everything is unfolding perfectly, even if you can't see how. This isn't a one-day practice. It's a lifetime practice. But here's what happens when you maintain this rhythm. Week 1, you feel uncomfortable. Your old patterns of forcing, controlling, and obsessing fight back. Your mind says this is crazy. Your fear says you're being irresponsible. Week 2, you notice more energy. Without the constant drain of comparison, worry, and forcing, you have abundant energy for actual work. Your productivity increases while your stress decreases. Week 3, results start appearing. That project you released finds success. That work you didn't obsess over gets recognized. That outcome you detached from manifests. The universe is responding. Month 2, flow state becomes normal. You're working without forcing, achieving without chasing, succeeding without stress. You found the rhythm of effective action without desperate attachment. Month 3, your entire life transforms. Opportunities appear mysteriously. Success finds you instead of you chasing it. Abundance flows from unexpected sources. You've become magnetic because you're no longer repelling with desperation. I've lived this transformation. 3 years ago, I was forcing everything and achieving nothing. Working 16-hour days but going nowhere. Chasing every opportunity but catching none. Then I discovered this formula. Today, I work 4 focused hours and achieve more than I did in 16 scattered hours. I release all my work without attachment and receive more success than when I desperately tracked everything. I trust the process completely and experience more synchronicity than when I tried to control everything. But here's the warning everyone needs to hear. There's a fake version of this formula that will destroy you. What I'm about to reveal will save you from the trap that catches most people. The false formula, the trap, here's where people fail catastrophically. They use this formula as an excuse for laziness, mediocrity, and spiritual bypassing. They focus on themselves by becoming narcissistic. They work without excellence. They release as an excuse for not caring. They trust as justification for not trying. This is not what the Stoics taught. This is the corruption of wisdom into excuse, the perversion of philosophy into procrastination, the transformation of truth into a lie. The false formula looks like focusing on yourself, becomes ignoring responsibility to others. Working becomes going through the motions without excellence. Releasing becomes not caring about quality or impact. Trusting becomes magical thinking without practical action. Marcus Aurelius didn't rule Rome by being lazy and trusting the universe. He worked with incredible discipline, then trusted. Seneca didn't build wealth by releasing all effort. He applied tremendous excellence, then released. Epictetus didn't find freedom through bypassing reality. He engaged fully, then transcended. The real formula demands more from you. Not less, more focus, but on the right things. More work, but without attachment. More excellence, but without desperation. More trust, but after full effort. Here's the test. If your version of this formula involves less effort, less excellence, less responsibility, you're doing it wrong. If it's an excuse to avoid, escape, or bypass, you're corrupting it. If it makes you passive, lazy, or indifferent, you've misunderstood completely. The true formula is about optimal effort with minimal attachment, maximum excellence with minimum desperation, complete engagement with total release. It's the hardest path, not the easiest. When people say, "I'm trusting the universe," while sitting on their couch doing nothing, that's not trust, that's delusion. When they say, "I'm releasing attachment while producing mediocre work," that's not detachment, that's excuse. When they say, "I'm focusing on myself while neglecting their responsibilities," that's not self-focus, that's selfishness. The Stoics would be disgusted by this corruption. They were warriors, emperors, builders, not passive dreamers. They engaged with life fully, worked with excellence, then released and trusted. The order matters, the quality matters, the integrity matters. Now let me give you the exact daily practice that implements this formula correctly. This is your roadmap to transformation without corruption. The daily implementation. Here's your exact daily protocol for living the 4 principles without falling into the false formula trap. AM, the focus. Hour wake up before the world wakes up. No phone for the first hour. Sit with yourself and establish your priorities for the day. Not what's urgent for others, what's important for you. Write 3 focused intentions. What will I create today? What will I improve today? What will I complete today? 6 hours AM, the excellence block. Begin your most important work when your mind is freshest. Work for 2 to 3 hours with absolute focus and maximum excellence. No shortcuts, no half effort, no good enough. Work as if your life depends on the quality of this work, because it does. Your life is the sum of your daily work quality. M, the first release. Complete your excellence block and immediately release. Close the document. Send the email. Publish the work. Don't hover, don't obsess, don't tweak endlessly. Excellence followed by release. Upload and walk away. 12 p.m. The trust check midday. Remind yourself, I've done excellent work. I've released it fully. I trust the process to deliver what's meant for me. If you catch yourself checking metrics, refreshing email, or seeking validation, stop. Return to trust. Das PM. The second excellence block, another focused work session. Different project, same excellence. Remember, you're not working for outcome. You're working as practice, as meditation, as becoming. The work shapes you more than you shape the work. PM. The evening release, end your work day with complete release. Whatever happened or didn't happen today is perfect. Whatever got done or didn't get done is right. Release the day completely. Don't carry work into evening. Don't pollute rest with worry. PM. The trust ritual before bed. Practice active trust. Today I focused on myself and gave my best. I worked with excellence and released all outcomes. I trust that everything is working for my highest good, even if I can't see how. Tomorrow I'll do the same. This isn't a sometimes practice. It's an everyday practice. Miss one day and the old patterns return. Miss 2 days and desperation creeps back. Miss a week and you're back to forcing, chasing, and exhausting yourself for nothing. But maintain this practice and watch what happens. Your anxiety evaporates because you're not trying to control outcomes. Your energy explodes because you're not wasting it on worry. Your creativity flourishes because you're not constraining it with desperation. Your success accelerates because you're not repelling it with neediness. The compound effect is staggering. Each day of practice builds on the previous. After 30 days, you're a different person. After 90 days, you're unrecognizable. After a year, you're unstoppable. As we near the end, I need to tell you the most important truth about this formula. The one thing that determines whether it works or fails for you. The ultimate truth. Here's what nobody tells you about this formula. It only works if you're willing to succeed differently than you imagined. The universe will deliver, but not always what you expected. The process works, but not always how you planned. The results come, but not always in the form you envisioned. Marcus Aurelius wanted to be a philosopher, but became an emperor. The universe delivered his desire for wisdom through the unexpected path of power. Epictetus wanted freedom but got slavery. The universe delivered his liberation through the unexpected path of bondage. The path is never straight, but it always leads to growth. When you truly live these 4 principles, you'll get everything you need, but not everything you want. You'll receive what serves your evolution, not what serves your ego. You'll attract what develops you, not what just pleases you. This requires the ultimate trust. Trust that the universe knows better than you what you actually need. Trust that rejection is protection. Trust that delays are preparation. Trust that obstacles are opportunities. Trust that everything is conspiring for your highest good, even when it feels like everything is falling apart. The formula works, but it transforms you in the process. You start seeking success, but find significance. You start chasing achievement, but discover authenticity. You start forcing outcomes, but learn to flow with life. The person who receives the results isn't the person who started the journey. Are you willing to be transformed? Are you willing to succeed in ways you didn't expect? Are you willing to receive what you need instead of what you want? If yes, this formula will revolutionize your life. If no, keep forcing, keep chasing, keep exhausting yourself. The choice is yours. Your commitment, you now stand at a crossroads. Path 1, return to forcing, controlling, desperately chasing. Stay exhausted, anxious, and unsuccessful despite constant effort. Path 2, embrace the formula. Focus on yourself, work with excellence, release attachment, trust the process. The Stoics made their choice. They focused on their own development while others got distracted. They worked with excellence while others cut corners. They released outcomes while others desperately clung. They trusted the process while others panicked about results. History remembers them, not because they forced their way into history books, but because they lived with such integrity that history couldn't ignore them. Their formula worked then. It works now. It will work for you if you work it. Here's your action plan. First, subscribe to Stoic Mentality immediately. Hit the notification bell. We drop transformational content every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. This channel is your daily reminder to focus, work, release, and trust. Second, comment below with your commitment. I commit to the formula for 30 days. Watch how many join you. You're not alone in this transformation. Third, share this with someone who's exhausting themselves chasing success. Someone forcing outcomes. Someone who needs to learn that letting go is the secret to receiving. Fourth, start tomorrow morning. Set your alarm 30 minutes earlier. Use that time to focus on yourself before the world pulls you in every direction. Begin with focus and everything else follows. Remember, success isn't about doing more. It's about being more. It's not about forcing harder. It's about flowing better. It's not about desperate action. It's about excellent action, followed by peaceful release. The universe is waiting to deliver everything you've been desperately chasing. But it only delivers to those who stop chasing. It only gives to those who stop grabbing. It only flows to those who create space by letting go. Focus on yourself, because that's all you control. Work with excellence, because that's your practice. Release all outcomes, because they're not yours to control. Trust the process, because it knows better than you. The rest will come, not might come. Not hopefully comes, will come. In perfect timing, in perfect form, in perfect measure. Not because you forced it, but because you allowed it. Not because you chased it, but because you attracted it. This is Stoic mentality, reminding you that the universe rewards excellence, not desperation. Flow, not force. Trust, not control. Your new life begins with tomorrow's focus. Will you trust the process?